The creators of Bluey actually made a lot of mistakes. This does not make it a bad cartoon. I still love it, but I thought you might be interested to see me review it, starting with the episode called
Spy Game.
Coming, honey.
In the first scene, you can see that the characters are under a large shadow. But from what is this shadow? Seriously, judging by the shadows of the streetlights, the sun is somewhere on the left. That means, even if there were a huge oak behind the camera, this would be impossible. Look, right now, Chili's hand is resting on her leg.
You little rat!
And now her hand is no longer on her leg. In the next scene, it's back on her leg again. And interestingly, if you compare the wide shot and this one, the animators improved the drawing of the food, even added one cookie, but at the same time, the drawing of the container it's on got worse. It lost all shadows. Supposedly, Bluey should have had a hair in her hand, but the animators only draw it in the next scene.
Stop! What's the password? Wow! Here's the samples, Bingo! My name is
Giovanni Giorgio.
Let's go, Mackenzie! You passworded!
Look more closely at their pose.
Let's go, Mackenzie! You...
Even if they turned with the music, they did it literally in one frame. They don't even blink before switching pose. Bluey pulled her hand back before she even heard Bingo.
Dad! I need the toilet.
Come on, Bingo.
This container is first behind the grill, but in the next scene, it's to the right of the grill. It moved a huge distance.
What if we don't need potion grass? We just use this chip packet.
This chip packet wasn't here before. These two were standing here all along. Maybe they threw the packet away and polluted the environment.
But I'm a spy!
What happened to her hand? Her thumb curled into a spiral, and the little finger's phalanx is hanging in the air. Then it looks like 3 extra fingers grabbing her palm. And only at the end does it normalize. Almost. There still remains a strange little dot that definitely isn't a speck of dust on my screen. At least I couldn't wipe it off.
But he is! Okay, now you stand guard, Mackenzie.
Honey's ear went through the frame of her glasses. Technically possible if she can actually see well and her glasses have no lenses, but I doubt it.
Now we can control the grown-ups. I'm first.
In this shot, her hands are folded in front of her, but in the next scene, she has no right hand.
Bluey's mum. Get up and dance around. Let me try. I'm going first. Maybe.
Honey's left hand started growing out of her neck. In the next shot, they fixed it.
Look what happens when I take the bottom one out. Does that make sense?
No.
Rat!
Bluey moves between scenes. Chloe's hand got torn off. Well, actually, the animators drew the hand gripping the stick separately from the arm, but the hand should look more like this.
Go crazy!
Everyone is shocked. Right in front of them, open flames burst out, which could cause a fire. Only Chili is happy about it.
Oh, Bilby.
Daddy Pig.
This dog is drawn very unnaturally. I don't mean the shape, but the colors. Half the leg is black, half is blue. For comparison, here's the same drawing from another angle. The colors are fine there.
Let's get you back home and show you around.
Do you remember that, Bingo?
Is Bob at Jasper W's house. And this is with Harley.
From this angle, there are 3 images. Although from another, on this page, there should only be 2 images.
Look over here.
More.
The animators added a very small detail. The image lags 1 frame behind what she is recording, imitating real-life camera delay. That's cool, but strange that the tablet has an icon for the front camera, even though it doesn't have one. Wait, actually it does. It just sometimes disappears for no reason.
Bob.
When Bluey takes a picture, you can see a flash on the camera, but outside the tablet, there's no flash at all. And also after taking the photo, the previous picture doesn't change. It still shows a flower, even though it should be the freshly taken photo of Bandit. Also notice that Bandit is standing at the edge of the carpet. Now, he's standing in the middle. And one more thing, when Bingo runs up to Bluey to see the result, the tablet's camera jumps from the top to the bottom in a single frame. Look, right now the tablet shows the camera interface, and now it doesn't.
This is the tablet. You can take photos with it.
Actually, when the tablet is lying down, through its camera you shouldn't see a green image of the carpet, but black, because no light is reaching the camera.
Not too long on that, kids.
Bandit is doing something on the phone, but the screen is completely black. Looks like the budget only covered animating the tablet.
Don't you want to teach Bob some car games?
No.
Supposedly in this shot, the animators wanted to show something like a selfie, but then why does the phone flash? And why is the phone flash in the same place as the camera?
Okay, who wants to be in charge of the shopping list?
This character, whose name we don't even know, is walking through the fruit section. Seriously, even on the Bluey wiki, it doesn't say her name. Anyway, 2 seconds later, she ends up being behind the characters.
Kids, it's enough of that thing. I'm sure Bob is sick of... Yeah.
Why is there a finger on the photo if when taking it, Bandit was holding his finger at a normal distance from the camera?
Are you ready, Bob?
Woo!
Why did the flash light him up when the flash shines forward? And this keeps happening, as if the flash is turned backwards, except in this shot. But here, the animators messed up the lighting. Not only is Bluey's leg lit, but the air too. In this frame, their photo takes up almost the whole page, but later it gets smaller. Despite all these little flaws, it's still a cool episode. Although I was a bit sad at the ending. My favorite character never managed to pick anything out of his nose after all that effort. Wait, if you've watched this far, please like and subscribe.
Butterflies.
Yes, boss.
Now.
It can't really hurt, considering the tail is covered in fur, which softens the impact.
All right, have fun, squids.
In this frame, Bandit's hand goes slightly through the basket. In principle, maybe it's just fluffiness, but fluffiness can't explain how his fingers, a second later, started levitating at some distance from the basket.
Okay, first the caterpillar crawls along the ground. I'm a wiggly worm. I'm a wiggly worm. I love you. I'm a wiggly worm.
Why does a bump form on this fabric under the foot if the fabric should sink instead? That's literally the opposite phenomenon.
Oh, can I be the caterpillar first? I'm going first. Come on, Bingo.
There can't be a shadow under her when she's already in the shade.
Eep, eep, eep.
If you look closely at the background, you can see that while Bingo and Bluey are running, their legs overlap with the green color of the shed's shadow, when they should have just become darker.
No one to love him at all. Ding, ching. No one to tickle his toes. Ding, ching.
Look how strangely the headband on her head moves. At first, it's positioned normally in front of her ears, but in the next frame, it's already behind her ears. Bingo has a small light line on her neck. Not critical.
Eep, beep, 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 beep. Eep, beep, 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 beep.
From this angle, you can see that she's lying with her tail on the seam of the white and red fabric. But when the shot changes, the tail is lying only on the red part.
Ooh, look at me.
This black dot on her face is the pupil. I don't know how it rendered separately from the eye, but it will happen again in the future.
Bluey, you were meant to catch me. Ah! Quick, Bluey, run away! Quick!
Here, there should be 2 paving tiles leading to the flower bed. Here's a frame from the same episode where they're present. But the oddities don't stop there. When they start talking on the phone, the house has 3 steps. But when Bluey runs back, the house already has 4 steps.
Bingo!
Hey!
Funny mistake. The animators switched the basket to foreground display only after Bandit put this piece of fabric in. Honestly, I don't even know what it is. Looks like a very small pillow. I'm not even sure this thing is visible in the shot where Bandit tips the basket.
Put these clean. Clothes away, I'm gonna...
Half a second before the end of the episode, the animators pleased me with Bandit's arm being reduced to just a hand, which is also sticking out of his cheek.
Yoga ball.
The first seconds of the episode, you'd think what could go wrong in a simple home presentation? I thought the same, but then I looked closer at this bird. When it's facing backward, its tail looks normal, but when it turns sideways, the tail doesn't turn at all. It always stays facing the viewer.
Is this yours?
Yeah, play the elevator.
Bluey's thumb went through her nose. A very small blooper. Luckily, the animators fixed it in the next shot. But now, I have another question. Why is her thumb pointing forward, when if you raise your arms, your thumbs point backward? Luckily, in the next shot, the animators fixed that too. Now the hand is turned toward the viewer and looks natural.
Sorry, kids, I got loads of work. Dude. Dude. I just can't play the elevator game.
This audio track of Bluey's laughter will be copied throughout the whole episode. Overall, this let them do less work on the voice acting, but I find this laugh a bit creepy.
The elevator game.
Next is the scene where Bandit works on the laptop, and when he gets up, the laptop is off. Why would he turn off the computer if a few seconds later he wanted to sit back at it again? I didn't mind when they copied Bluey's laughter because it was copied into different parts of the episode. But here literally not even a second passes and they insert the same laugh again.
You little rat! Because I wrecked my back changing your nappies.
Something strange happens with the coloring of Bandit's face. When he's slightly turned, a small part of the yellow coloring goes right up to his eye. But it doesn't always happen. For example, here, the eye is separated from the yellow coloring.
Boing, 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 boing. I want to start doing that.
Okay, now beat it. I've got to get to work.
Ooh.
Then comes the scene where Bluey jumps onto a chair, smiling so wide that you can see all the teeth. But as soon as she turns, the teeth disappear, and in the next shot, the teeth return.
Out.
Can we play delivery chair?
No.
Oh, please.
No. Oh, don't use your please face. Oh. You ready?
They must really like this photo, since they hung it not only at the beginning of the hallway, but also in the middle. Anyway, in this scene, they're running, jumping away from the ball into a door on the side. At this moment, Bluey jumps somewhere to the left, but when the shot zooms out, you can see that there's no door on the left. So where did she jump? And another thing, Bingo ran past the room with the red couch. After she ran some more and fell, she was still at the same distance from that room as before. The tree casts a shadow, Chili under it casts a shadow, even this thing around the tree casts a shadow, but the golf ball doesn't cast one.
I don't have a very good big back.
Show me. Just do it bigger. Bigger.
Too rough. Now I know. All right, now clear.
I wasn't imagining it. His eyes really did move apart as soon as he lifted Bingo. Here's a comparison of his eyes in normal state. The distance between them is minimal.
Calypso.
And the rain stopped. And out came the sun.
In this shot, the tree has leaves, although a second ago, the tree had no leaves. They don't grow that fast. Although I'm not sure, I haven't been outside in a long time to remember how trees grow.
Ooh.
Sister Rain
and tacos from out of the
rain has left. And
Honey walks on the white round rug, with Calypso at its edge. In the next scene, instead of Calypso, there is already a basket with toys. This is a strange animation choice.
Father Sun is home.
Bluey moves the bench, but the bench's shadow does not move at all.
Brother Wind comes blowing.
They can't cast a shadow underneath themselves, considering that they're already in the shadow of the improvised shelter. That would only be possible if they had put a light bulb inside. Everything is done well in this scene, but I have a question. Why do these things cast a normal shadow, the same as the characters, but the benches cast a lighter shadow than the characters? They are roughly the same shape, and both are objects the characters interact with.
Look at this lovely stick I found, Pretzel.
I don't feel like playing.
When he was turning over, a black line appeared on his face, and I have no idea how such an error could happen. It looks as if a second eye rendered over the muzzle, but why then does it not have a bottom part, and does not outline a full oval?
Can I please have a gnome for my village? This is a fish and chip shop, but we've run.
Bluey's hand slightly separated from her arm when she placed the pine cone.
Be patient.
Look, the orange dog is in the middle, but when Calypso approaches and the scene changes angle, Coco sits in the middle instead. And here is another oddity. In this scene, their eyes glow in the dark, which happens to dogs in real life. But why then were their eyes not glowing before and were gray? Of course, the artist drew shadows for all the boards lying on the ground, except the one he is about to pick up.
I made a place for her to sleep.
Lovely, but
so beautiful. Hi, Bluey.
Bluey's arm in the frame starts to grow from somewhere in her cheek.
You have so many customers. I know.
Hi, Indy. Do you want to move into my house? Look at this.
I certainly understand that Honey tried very hard, but to understand the scale, this is an acorn cap about 1 centimeter in diameter, and here are the bottles that are many times smaller. Their necks are thinner than a toothpick. I'm sure you can poke yourself with it and get a splinter. Oh no, she is 1 step away from the lake. I think they won't manage to stop her in time. Well, she stepped back a few steps between scenes. And also, if you look back, you can see that there is simply a passage behind her. But when the shot zooms in, there's already some wall and a ball of yarn behind her. It seems very close, but no, it is here, at a distance of about 3 meters. It's unclear how it appeared like that in the previous shot.
Market. She came.
The episode began with Bluey getting money for a lost tooth, while throughout the whole episode, she will smile with a perfect smile with all her teeth.
Way to go, kid.
She left me $5.
Look at how he eats in this scene. First he dips the spoon into the cereal, and then he pulls an empty spoon out of the bowl. This is strange, but even stranger is that in the next shot, the cereal magically appears in the spoon out of nowhere. What exactly is Bingo grabbing in this scene? And why did Bandit clench his fist? Obviously he was supposed to hold her hand, but something went wrong.
Hey! Indy!
The elevator game.
This laughter audio is very familiar to me because it often appears in episodes. You know what I've noticed? That they duplicate the laughter instead of recording a new one only in the English dub, even though you'd think they should put the most effort into the original voice acting.
Look, Indy.
Someone in the background was reading the middle of a book, closed it, and opened the middle again. Apparently he wanted to reread it.
$5. Wow.
Wow!
What are you gonna spend it on?
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it.
A soap bubble should distort whatever is behind it, not beside it. How then can we see that red container and his hand through it?
Have these got any wheat, sugar, gluten, or dairy in them? My friend can't eat them.
Wow, I've never seen a character in Bluey with a blue iris, or with an iris at all. In any case, when watching this episode, many will wonder if Andy cannot eat food with sugar, gluten, and so on. Why does her mother sell pastries? Either she does it only for money, or these pastries follow Andy's diet and taste awful. In any case, I feel sorry for this character.
I will.
Lovely jubbly.
When he puts the banknote away, some kind of stripe appears on his left hand. A non-critical animation error, but think about how much money he asks for an apple dipped in sugar.
$5!
With this money, Bluey was going to buy a hot dog or ride a pony. I understand, of course, that he can set any price, but
$5!
look at the hot dog before the bite. And at the hot dog after the bite, nothing has changed.
That deserves a song! Can you go get your dad a German sausage, please?
Okay, Dad.
In this shot, the banknote is upside down. You can see this by the upside down number 5. But in the next shot, the banknote is already in the normal position.
What goes around comes around.
There you go.
Go and pop this in the guitar case for me.
$5 passed through 4 sellers and returned to Bluey. The sales tax in Australia is 10%. This means that mathematically, the government should take $2 out of those 5. Good thing a children's cartoon doesn't bring up this topic. And have you ever thought that their hair, which looks so nice and elegant on the sides, looks like balding from the back? Better not bring up this topic either.
Pirates! Mom, Dad, can we play pirates?
Look, in the previous scene, there were 2 yellow flowers and 1 brown leaf on the concrete slab in front of them. Now there are 4 brown leaves and 1 yellow one. Another strange thing is that Bandit's left leg casts a horizontal oval shadow that doesn't match his leg at all. And also, from this angle, Chili has a white spot on her neck, but from another angle, it's gone.
Okay, let's play pirates.
Doesn't Chili's body look a bit unnatural to you? Her stomach suddenly became rounded at the bottom, and I can't understand why the animators did that, especially considering that all the characters in this shot stand at the same angle, but their bodies look somewhat square. Let's fix this shot.
One day, there were 3 pumpkin pirates.
In this frame, Chili's nose overlaps her eye, even though there should still be muzzle around it. In general, the animators have some odd little mistakes here. For example, this pile of rocks changes its position, even though Bingo and Bluey aren't moving at all. And in this frame, Bingo gets a black outline on her head.
When suddenly, the wind started to blow!
It's a storm!
It's impossible to puff your cheeks with your mouth open. Her hand goes through her leg. Did you notice that Bluey grabs the rope without opposing her thumb, meaning she's not actually gripping it? Either way, it's good that later the artists and animators will draw a proper grip. Although, wait, what's that blue stripe on Bluey's arm? And why does the rope cut off at Bingo's ear? I'm not even surprised anymore by the number of mistakes in this cartoon.
Big treasure! Yeah!
At that moment, the pile of rocks should have at least moved a little, but it only gains real physics in the wide shot.
Oh, and the brave pirate saved her grip.
Part of Bluey's arm disappears when Bingo grabs her. Perhaps during a handshake, Bluey's animators experience the same thing in real life. It would explain a lot.
When suddenly...
Something big hit the boat.
How brave she was.
I'm not scared of a silly blue whale. Yeah, more like poo whale.
From the scare, Bluey's hand passed through her blue fur pattern.
The huge whale swallowed their boat whole.
And in this shot, I can't even describe what happened to Bluey's hand. The animators started drawing some sort of body horror. After that, the fact that the second identical hammock rope is placed symmetrically, meaning it passes through Bandit's body, seems almost minor. But I have to mention every mistake, even the rock that got stuck in Bingo's hand.
And then...
Here, Bingo's hand closes not around the rope, but in front of it. And this mistake isn't in just one frame. It lasts the entire scene.
Oh, lighthouse keeper, it's nothing to be scared of.
Almost there! Go, go!
Between shots, the swing behind Bandit disappeared. Also, when she rolls, you can't see any blue color under her at all, even though it should be there.
Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle!
He...
Zombie treasure!
They're hanging there without even gripping with their hands, just pressing them against the surface like Spider-Man.
Barbecue!
When Bandit puts down the gas cylinder, his hand passes right through it.
Come on!
Okay. I can get green pepper. Green is easy.
But she didn't touch the thorny stem, she just touched a little leaf.
Oh, here we go.
Gone.
When Bandit tries to swat the bug away, it starts casting a shadow on his hand. At the same time, his hand is above the bug.
Yellow's my favorite color, Pepper. Yellow pepper.
Bingo's pupils became different sizes.
I mean...